Hey everyone, SweetJohnnyCage here, back with part 9 of the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin full playthrough walkthrough. In this part of the walkthrough, it's going to be relatively short. We're going to go through Grave of Saints, which is accessed through the pit in Majula. In order to access this, you need to do one of two things. You need to purchase the cat ring and carefully fall down the pit, or you need to have Laddersmith Gilligan in Majula. He can be found in Earthen Peak. He will automatically go to Majula after you defeat the boss of Earthen Peak, Mitha, the Baneful Queen. And then with Laddersmith Gilligan, you can pay him a total of 18,000 souls to drop 3 ladders down into the pit that make it a lot easier for you. So we're going to go with that method, at least for now. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough. It's pretty casual. My whole goal here is to make Souls games, and really any game that I do these walkthroughs for, really relaxing and enjoyable for you. They are difficult games, no doubt, but they are manageable as long as you sort of approach it with a cool, calm, and collected attitude, which I hope to bring through these videos. I'm going to show you my stats. Currently level 99 with 35 Vigor, 25 Endurance, 11 Vitality, 4 Attunement, 27 Strength, 16 Dex, 25 Adaptability, 4 Intelligence, and 6 Faith. Currently using a halberd plus 8, and I have a short bow and the Drang Leg Shield, and I just have the Falconer set, which is basically the starting set. And then, yeah, I just have 6 flasks and some gems. Okay, so first things first, we got to get to 18,000 souls. So I'm just going to start cracking open some souls. All right, perfect. I really had no idea how much that was worth. All right, now let's go talk to Gilligan. And if you don't have Gilligan available, or if you want to do this early, enter this house and speak with Xiaoqua. And she sells you the Silver Cat Ring, which reduces fall damage. You know what? Let's just do both. I really never use these souls. Silver Cat Ring for 13,400.
Satisfied?
And then we'll go ahead and equip that. Okay. And then speaking with Laddersmith Gilligan, we're going to just purchase all 3. And he has 3 options: 500, 3,500, and 12,000 for a total of 16,000.
You just don't get it.
So this first one that he sets up is very, very short. You can see that it's actually like only a partial ladder. That basically makes it so you can fall onto that first rung without having to need the cat ring. But, you know, do whichever you like. All right. And then purchasing the 12,000 ladder will also give you a weapon. Now this second ladder here, the 3,500 one, you can see this goes down quite far. This will get you into Grave of Saints, and it's a perfectly viable method. However, the 12,000 soul ladder allows you to completely skip Grave of Saints and go straight into the gutter. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to set it up, and we're going to basically light the bonfire in front of the gutter. Yeah, so if you talk to him after purchasing that 12,000, you get the Mellow Scimitar. Okay, so if you purchase the big ladder, the 12,000, this allows you to just go all the way down. This ladder has like 130 rungs on it, I think I just read on the Fexture Left wiki, which is pretty cool. But see how far down it goes? So far down. Okay, so this actually leads to an important part. And I am going to skip Grave of Saints really fast just to show you where it goes. But I also want to discuss this door. So this door right here requires the Forgotten Key. So the Forgotten Key is obtained in Black Gulch, which we will cover in the next walkthrough, and behind this door is the key to the first DLC, which is actually accessed through Black Gulch. But we'll cover that next time. But just in case you're wondering, how do I open that door? You don't have the key yet. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we have the cat ring equipped. We're going to attempt to do this. Ring of the Evil Eye +1. Go ahead and drink up, and then we're going to drop one more time. Perfect. Okay. So we get a Homeward Bone, which is nice. And this is actually going to bring us somewhere specific. So let's just walk through here really fast. Okay, very good. So we have a Crystal Lizard here. Kill him real fast. Alright, and then what we want to do is jump this gap. Now, really important is that we will come back to this room basically at the end of the walkthrough, but we will be on the ground floor. So, actually, I think we'll jump in from there, maybe. Yeah, I think we get in from there. Let's see if this works. I don't know if you can actually make this jump. No, you can. Great. Alrighty, the Ash Knuckle Ring. What does that do? Increases petrification resistance. Nice. That's good. Alright, so I do want to warn you. This treasure, I'm pretty sure you need to jump from that catwalk there. I don't think that this is obtainable from here. I do want to warn you, though, that there are several enemies lurking in these little alcoves. Trying to see if I can spot one out, and then we're going to shoot an arrow to try to aggro it. There's also an NPC invasion that happens once we reach the ground floor, I'm almost positive, so... Yeah, there he is, there he is, there he is. Perfect. Okay. Just double checking to make sure nobody else comes out. But alright, let's get it done. Drop here. And see who shows up. Alright, so there's a Royal Guard there. Kill these guys. This leads to the gutter. The first bonfire. Right. So we'll go down there in a little while. What I might actually do is just Homeward Bone and not even light the bonfire. Alright. Grab this. Great heal. Alright. This is from the Crystal Lizard we just killed. Some Homeward Bones. Alright, and then we have this guy. Perfect. Alright. We can open this chest. Could have sworn that there was an NPC invasion down here. Alright, a Sublime Bone Dust. Okay, very good. So, what we're going to do is we are going to go Homeward Bone back to Majula. And then we are going to burn the Sublime Bone Dust to upgrade our flask again. And then we will actually go through the Grave of Saints. So we will sort of plop down the... we'll plop down the rafters in the well, or in the pit, and then we'll start the Grave of Saints. You don't necessarily need the big ladder to do all that. You can gracefully and carefully fall down the well and be fine. It just requires a ton of healing. So we're going to go down this tiny ladder, and then that causes us to fall, but it allows us to survive without too much damage. Drop here, get a Ferrous Lockstone, always important. There is a finite amount of these. I'm just checking here. Let's go here. Okay. And we're gonna make a big jump. These ones right here that have a tie on them, those break, so you cannot land on those. Wow. Perfect. Alright, 3 poison moss. Great. Alright, awesome. And then this is the entrance to Grave of Saints right here. Perfect. So this is the really big ladder that we had before. Or rather, this is the really big ladder. So you see the door there that requires the Forgotten Key. You would need to, like, figure out a way to break these. it's basically preventing you from jumping through, which is kind of annoying, but is what it is. Alright, here we are on the Grave of Saints. So let's light the bonfire, rest added to restore our Estus. And then we'll get a move on. Okay. So Grave of Saints is an interesting little area. There's a lot of rats here. And we're actually going to get to a covenant, believe it or not. And that covenant is the Rat Covenant. And joining the Rat Covenant will actually make an area in the future a bit easier. So the rats kind of come out of this little hidey hole here. Oh! Right, I forgot they kind of come from several directions. And the rats can petrify you. Alright, so don't worry about these items yet. Or that item right there. We will actually fall in where that skeleton's foot is. So we'll fall in a little bit later. And believe it or not, that actually leads to that bridge room that we were just in, that we took the homeward bone out of. Alright. So, Grave of Saints is pretty dastardly. There are a lot of traps, a lot of pits. There's a lot going on. Alright, so you can use a Ferrous Lockstone to drop bridges, which is a good idea. But I do want to show you the long way around. And I'm actually only going to use the Ferrous Lockstones on those bridges if we really need to. Alright, and I do believe there is an NPC invasion here. I'm using the standard one-handed R1 on my halberd. This way I get a bit more range. So just keep that in mind. So that is the boss fog there. We'll get there a little bit later. We have another bonfire here, and boss fog right there. We're not done yet. Alright. So the Ferrous Lockstone, or Ferrous Contraptions, are sort of all around this area, and they all do various things. Some of them drop bridges, some of them create traps. These rats with the urns, they actually spit out liquid that I believe degrades weapons, or it might even just poison. I can't actually remember. There's quite a lot of rats there. Okay. Let me just check how many Ferrous Lockstones I have. I have 2. I want to make sure I have at least 1 for later, so, but we should drop this bridge so you can kind of see how it works. Oh god. Ferrous Lockstones can be farmed in the Rat Covenant. However, it takes a little bit of time, and it does require some PvP. Let's keep that in mind. Whisper of Despair, Torch. And these rats are petrified for some reason. Poison moss. Alright. So this is the other bridge. I'm not going to use a lockstone on that. It's kind of a waste. This area is really small. So I really don't recommend using Ferrous Lockstones all around, unless you plan on doing Rat Covenant PvP. If you do, the rats, I think they stop attacking you, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, the way the Rat Covenant works is other players, when they enter Grave of Saints, or when they enter another area called the Doors of Pharos, they get summoned into your world. And then, depending on what traps you have active, the traps can kill the player while you try to kill them as well. It's a pretty interesting it's a pretty interesting covenant, actually. I quite like it. All right, so the boss here is the Royal Rat Vanguard. Hold on, Royal Rat. It could be the Royal Rat Vanguard or the Royal Rat Authority. It is the Royal Rat Vanguard. So it's a mob fight. You're basically looking for one rat, and then you want to kill that rat. But it's sort of like endless as the fight goes on. You get a ton of rats. For now, though, we're basically just attacking them as best we can. You really got to watch out for the petrification stat. Yeah, when they bite you, you can get petrified, so be careful. So you want to try to funnel them into a meat grinder as best you can. Ow. And ultimately what we're going to be looking for is a rat that kind of wants nothing to do with us. Alright, so the boss has now come out. Oh, come on. Wow. I think it's in the middle of this group. Nope. Alright, so we found it. I just didn't see which one it actually was. I think it's this one. I'm just gonna try to back up and heal. Nope, that wasn't it. What the hell is it? I think it's this one. Nope. Damn, dude, what rat is it? This is getting a little crazy here. I thought I've had it like 4 times. Right, it's in this group. I think it's the left one right there. I think it's this one. Yep. Alright, so that's the Royal Rat Vanguard. Once the boss is done, all the rats scurry away. You get the rat tail and the Royal Rat Vanguard soul. And then we have this gentleman right here. This is a friendly rat. So if we speak with this guy, he tells us to leave. But if you have a rat tail, which is the mark of the Covenant, he allows you to join the Rat King Covenant. I highly recommend joining this Covenant for the simple fact that it makes a later area that will do, I guess, in 2 or 3 walkthroughs. It makes that area a lot easier, and it actually makes it so the enemies of that area, which is the Doors of Pharos, don't attack you. The other way to do this is sort of like out of order. Out of order a little bit. You can go to the Doors of Pharos before you come here. You can actually go to Doors of Pharos pretty early on in the game, I think, as long as you have 1 fragrant branch of yore. And then you can join the Rat Covenant that way. You do have to beat the boss there. Unfortunately, the Rat Covenant does not make the boss of Doors of Pharos friendly. You still have to fight it, and it is one of the more annoying bosses of this game. Alright, once you're ready, you want to roll, and then you get this treasure, like I mentioned before. It is a Pharos Lockstone, always helpful. And then we are going to just casually drop on these graves, which is a funny little thing that they brought back from, brought into Dark Souls 3 in Firelink Shrine, which I always thought was kind of funny. Alright. And then we're going to drop here. Perfect. Grab a bleed stone. Alright. And then we're going to try to get this treasure. I am going to really quickly look up how to get this treasure because I don't want to mess this up. Grave of Saints Ledge treasure. Skip ahead a little bit. It's funny, this person, like... Oh, this is PS3 Dark Souls 2. That's why this is, like, so chuggy. Wait, can you actually get it from the other side? Maybe this is a scholar-only treasure. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, drop. Alright. So yeah, it's just a jump. So I'm going to use this person's hint as the line, and then we're going to try to jump over there. Perfect. Alright, then we get the disc chime. So we did Homeward Bone before, so these enemies will now have respawned. So be sure to take out your bow, shoot them, and we'll do the same thing again. Alright, wonderful. Cool, so now we're going to go down these ladders that we encountered earlier. We're going to go down to the gutter, and we're going to end the walkthrough there. Like I said, this is one of the shorter walkthroughs. The reason I'm sort of chopping this up is because the gutter is pretty long, but doesn't have a boss. And then the area after that, which is the Black Gulch, does have a boss, and that's a Primal Bonfire boss. So that's where we're sort of cutting it up this way. It's definitely going to be one of the shorter ones. I think what we might do, though, actually, instead of ending right away, I think I might go back into things Betwixt and get the stuff we didn't... Get the stuff locked behind the petrified enemy that we need the Fragrant Branch of Yore to get. There's really no time like the present to go get that stuff. So these ladders and this sort of like shanty building, like shanty construction, should give you some flashbacks to an area in Dark Souls 1. If it doesn't, I would be surprised, because it happened to me immediately. And you wouldn't be wrong having those flashbacks. But we'll cover that in the next area. Please don't be a mimic. I feel like I never know anymore. Pretty sure mimics have buckles. Anyway, Token of Spite. Pretty sure that allows you to join the Brotherhood of Blood in Undead Purgatory. Okay. So, you know what? I actually forgot that you need to progress a little bit in the gutter. That's okay. Yeah, so the gutter has these poison statues, which is, like, absolutely infuriating. So let's use a flame butterfly. Great. This will help light our path. The bonfire is actually really, like, close. It's just... Ugh, how dare you. Yeah, these statues really suck. Not all of them spit poison, but most of them do. And this is like, breaking statues is something you're going to be doing a whole hell of a lot in this area. And again, I'm just trying to get to the bonfire here. I'm not trying to actually do much. There are enemies, like, crawling all around here. You do want to light all the torches in this area. It does give you a really cool NPC invasion. But for now, it's bonfire time. Thank God. Alright. Cool. Let us warp back to things Betwixt. And we're going to use a Fragrant Branch of Yore, where we couldn't earlier when we first started this adventure. So it's been a long time since we've been here. Nope, I don't want to go inside. I don't understand why the door closes all the time. Okay. Alright, so I do want to warn you. In this room are going to be some basilisks and some tougher enemies. So this isn't like your typical things Betwixt. I can kill everything in one hit. I mean, things will die pretty fast, but they are not your regular things Betwixt enemies. There you go. I guess they do still die in one hit, but... Oh, no. Never mind. But, you know, the reason I'm sort of warning is because these enemies do... You know, basilisks are dangerous. You don't really want to mess with them. Okay, and let's light this brazier here. All right. Then need to get down here. Alright, I guess it's just going to drop us into a pit of basilisks, so... Oh god. How did that not do anything? Oh no. I also don't really understand, like, the massive stun you get sometimes. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. I don't really get why it happens. Anyway, get an Estus Flask shard, extraordinarily helpful. And then zoom up this ladder so you can kill the archer. Okay. Great. Oh, this basilisk has something. Raw stone. Cool. Okie doke. Cool, so let's go through the fog now. And then there's going to be a couple of ogres here. You can hear him breathing. Okay. Before you go down onto the beach, knock this over. And then you now have easy access, and you no longer need to go through that area. However, you'll notice now there is an NPC invader here. Or at least a red phantom invader. He drops a petrified something. Are there any more of these guys? I could have sworn there was like something a little bit bigger, but maybe not. Okay, let's go down to the beach. There is an ogre there, but then there's also an ogre over here. So, let's try to aggro one. Never mind. Get both. Oh, come on. Oh. Alright, killed this guy. That was really bad. I'm gonna drink. I feel like my quick roll has gone away. Like, I feel like I'm now, like, being overcommitted to some attacks, which is weird. Alright, so yeah, crossing the bridge does cause them to fall back. But they can very quickly change their minds. Where are you going, dude? I guess this worked out, but that was very strange. So that's the second ogre. He's not necessarily guarding anything, but killing all three of these guys does give you a reward in a sense. How quickly can you recover? Oh, the pursuer's here. Alright. That's my bad. I totally forgot about him. I love the pursuer. I've said it every single time. I love that he shows up. I do wish I had remembered it, but oh well. whoa. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm, like, sticky now for some reason. Come on. God, that sucks. That's really frustrating. I really don't agree with that. I mean, at least it happened here, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it happened elsewhere. Okay, well, good news. The ogres are killed once, so we actually could have gotten the reward. But let's go get our souls and kill the pursuer. We don't have to roll for that attack. Alright. There's also Twinkling Titanite. Very good. Alright, so this coffin here is kind of weird. It changes your gender. And in the vanilla version of Dark Souls 2, like, I don't know. I feel like you were able to access this so much earlier. But all it says is the nature of your being has changed, and you don't actually notice unless you take off all of your gear. And you'll notice when you die, because your scream is different, but I don't know. It's just kind of strange. And there's like yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to change back. But that's what this coffin does, in case you're ever curious and you want to change your gender. That's how you do it. It's kind of weird, though, for the sole fact that you can... I'm pretty sure you can visit character creation pretty much any time and, like, change your appearance using the maidens, or the firekeepers, rather. I'm like almost positive you can do that. But anyway, let's go to the firekeepers now, because we are going to be able to get the best weapon in the game, since we have killed the 3 ogres. So we killed the one in the beginning that gave us the stone ring. And we just killed the 2 on the beach. And speaking with Millibeth.
You have proven yourself to the forest. We have little to offer, except perhaps these. May they bring fortune. The old, long...
Okay. So we get the Ladle. I'm just kidding, this isn't actually the best weapon in the game. It's more of like a meme weapon, which is still funny. Where is it? Here it is, the Handmaid's Ladle. An ordinary kitchen ladle. He who chooses this as a weapon either faces extenuating circumstances or has an odd sense of humor. If you care for your life, leave this one in the kitchen. But it's a literal ladle. So, if you want to use it, go for it. Okay, cool. Now that that's all done, Grave of Saints, the rest of the things Betwixt, let's go back to Majula and level up and end the walk. So in the next part of the walkthrough, we will go through the gutter, which we lit the first bonfire for, as well as the first torch. We'll go through the gutter, and then we will also go through Black Gulch. What I recommend doing is bringing fire arrows if you have them. That'll really help you quite a bit down there. Okay, I can't level them up anymore. Let me just see if you can buy fire arrows anywhere. Fire arrows, DS2. Weaponsmith Ornifex. I think I picked some up in... Yeah, okay, so I picked some up in Iron Keep. That'll be good. So definitely have some fire arrows on you if you can. It'll help a great deal down in the Black Gulch.
Is that a... Here.
So let's level up our Essus Flask. Okay. Give ourselves some more life. I'm gonna have to start putting points in strength and dex soon, but it's good for now. Yeah, so next part of the walkthrough, we will be going through the Gutter and Black Gulch. The Gutter is kind of long. There's no boss, but Black Gulch is short with a boss, and that boss is a primal boss. So once we kill the boss of Black Gulch, we will be able to enter the Shrine of Winter with the 4 Lord Souls and enter Drain Lake Castle. Oh, no, sorry. That's only our 3rd Lord Soul. After Black Gulch, we will go through Shaded Woods. And, yeah, that'll be 2 walkthroughs from now. But we're getting close to entering Drain Lake Castle. And then from there, it's sort of the end game. All right. Yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. You can also join the new community Discord. It's really not even new at this point. I just always forget to plug it, but the link for that is in the description below. If you are interested in... If you need additional... Sorry, I rattle off this sign-off so much that when I attempt to change it, my brain, craps out, and I don't know where I left off. But if you're looking for more guides for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. And as always, I'm SweetJohnnyCage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.